I see the red dot.
You're all set, Denise.
All right, sounds good. Well, first of all, thank you everybody for joining us on our webinar with AmaWaterways and our representative, Mary Margaret, who will be doing the presentation today. Just some housekeeping notes. This will be recorded and it will be put on our YouTube channel. So if you know other people that want to listen to it or you need to go back and refer to it, please feel free to go to the link. It'll take a little bit to get that uploaded, but it will be happening after our presentation here. So without further ado and consideration of your time, here is Mary Margaret, and she will take it from here. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you so much, Denise. This is one of my most, I love this webinar because it's a magical time. And right now we need magic, right? So sit back, relax, and think beyond 2020, all right? And let's journey on the Danube to the magical Christmas markets. And before we get started, I'm going to tell you a little bit about AmaWaterways, all right? Because we are family owned and operated, and we have been since we were founded in 2002. And we were founded by three wonderful people. Rudy Schneider, who's one of our co-founders, our president, but he's also our architect. He designs all of our ships, but he's also known as the godfather of river cruising. Christine Karnst, one of our co-founders and executive vice president, and Jimmy Murphy was the third of, like I like to say, the three musketeers who founded us. But unfortunately, Jimmy passed away in 2014, but we're fortunate to have his son, Gary, take over the helm as co-owner and our senior vice president. I talked to you about these three wonderful people because, number one, they're hands-on. They don't dictate to us people in the field what to do. They do it themselves, right? And it's not unusual for them to show up on one of our ships unannounced, and you're having breakfast, they may ask to join you, and you won't even know that they're our owners. So again, we're family. It's the Ama family, and we want you to be part of it. Where do we travel? Well, yes, we do the Danube because I'm going to talk about it, all right? But we do the Douro as well in Portugal. We have two beautiful ships on the Douro. We have 5 wonderful itineraries that you can choose from in France, all right? And we have just moved the Ama Cristina, our first twin balcony, onto the Rhone. So we're very, very excited about that. But we also do, the Rhine. We do the Mosel, the Main rivers in Europe, but we do not do the Elbe. And unfortunately, Christine would love Rudy to design a ship for that river, but he will not because the river is just too unpredictable, right? But we do Asia. We do the Mekong. We started that in 2009. And so we do Vietnam and Cambodia, but we also added 2 years ago, Bangkok. So you could do that as a pre or a post in Thailand. And in 2013, we added Africa. And if you don't have Africa on your bucket list, you should, because this journey is amazing and it will change your life. It really will. We offer 5 different itineraries for you to choose from. But just in a nutshell, we start in Cape Town in South Africa. We do Johannesburg. We fly you to Botswana, where you will board the beautiful Zambezi Queen. It is a 14-suite, 28-passenger ship that does the Chobe for 4 nights. And the Chobe River is 1,300 miles long, but we only do it for 4 nights. And we go into Chobe National Park, where you will see a ton of elephants, zebras, giraffes, wildebeest, rhinos. But you won't see the big 5, right? Then we take you to Victoria Falls, where we spend 2 nights, and you will see this, one of the 7 wonders of the world. And you've made your choice then after that to do East Africa in Tanzania for your safari, or South Africa in Kruger National Park for your safari in South Africa, where you will see the big 5. But what I'm very, very excited about is our new destination that we are starting in 2021 in September, okay? That's Egypt. And that destination that has been on my bucket list since the 7th grade. So I'm very excited about this one. But just show you our ships. On the right, these are the ships. We own them. They are paid for. And as Rudy's quote says on the left, we're debt free. So when you are working with Higgins Travel and they're booking you on an AmaWaterways river cruise, you are being booked on a very financially sound company. Like I said, we have no debt. And we are still putting in 3 new ships next year, right? Ama Siena was supposed to be put in this year, but she will be put in next spring. The Ama Lucia, mid to late spring. And of course, in Egypt, the Amadelia, right, in September. So why river cruise with us? Well, let me tell you why. Number one, I feel it's our tours. Besides my crew, which is absolutely fantastic, it's our tours. We give you choices, not options. Choices are free, options will cost you money. And every single time we stop, there is a tour, and you're going to have to make some choices. You're going to have to make a choice maybe between A, B, or C tour. You may have to make a choice between a bike tour because all of our ships, except for Portugal and Vietnam, have 26 bicycles. My Ama Magna has 59, but all right. You may have to choose between a hiking excursion or a culinary tour, a cooking class. Choices. Right? Then, after you've made your choice, you have to choose, do you want to be part of my gentle walkers? I walk just a little slower. My regular walkers or my power walkers, as I call them, because they just want to get through the tour and then go shop, go play. Okay? But we give you our quiet box system, right? We always have, but especially now with COVID, the quiet box system is our headpiece, our headsets that allow you not to be up close and personal with your tour guide if you don't want to be. Okay? So again, choices. Another reason to travel with us is our food. It is locally sourced, it's fresh, we make everything on board except for our ice creams. That we get from a Belgian dairy, right? But we do still make our sorbets. You know, in the past we had fabulous breakfast and lunch buffets with menu service as well. But because of COVID, there's no more buffets. But I want to tell you that we have not stopped our sparkling wine with breakfast. So you could start your day off with your mimosa or sparkling wine. Remember, you're on holiday. And with lunch and dinner, we have unlimited free-flowing beer, wine, and soda. Right? And the wines are regional. They're changed on a daily basis, and you will have a choice between a red or white, or you could have both. Right? But I always tell my husband, I only have 1 glass of wine with dinner. They just keep filling it, you know? And don't be afraid to take that glass of wine up to the sun deck, back to your stateroom, or up to the lounge for nightly entertainment because we don't stop you at the door, okay? But we also have a sip and sail, and that happens an hour before dinner every night. You know, my bartenders will have a specialty drink of the night, and then you can have whatever you would like, right? And that's an hour before dinner. One of the things that you will experience with AmaWaterways is a Shen dinner. Shen is an association that was founded probably back in the, I wouldn't say the 12th century, 12th, 13th century, kind of lay dormant for a number of years, came back in the 50s, and Rudy was actually inducted into Shen in 2010. And this dinner is spectacular, and you will have the wonderful experience once. Now, no matter what cruise you're on, you will have a Shen dinner. But our chef's table, that's our signature for AmaWaterways, really. Every single ship has a chef's table except for our Portugal, and they have al fresco dining on the sun deck, okay? But this is alternative dining for you, and there is no upcharge for you. All you have to do is when you board, think about what night you would like to have dinner there, go up to our front desk, make a reservation. It's small, it's intimate. Our chef's tables hold anywhere from 22 to 28, and the Ama Magna holds 36, okay? But this dinner is cooked in front of you. It's 5 courses, and it's wine paired. It's spectacular. You'll have to have dinner there at least once, all right? Let me talk a little bit about our carbon footprint that we are very concerned about leaving. So, but the Ama Christina, ship that's going to be on the Rhone next year, was the first river cruise ship that was given the Green Award. And she was awarded that in December of last year. And ever since then, every single one of our European ships has been given that award. We're very proud of that. And when Rudy designs a ship, he designs it with minimizing our carbon footprint and fuel efficiency. We actually spend probably more money on our bandwidth to keep you connected than we do on fuel, right? And we use glass bottles, not the plastic. We use paper straws, not the plastic straws. We're very, very concerned about our carbon footprint. So let me show you our ships, okay? This is a picture of one of our twin balcony ships. They're 443 feet long and 37 feet wide, and they are absolutely beautiful. And remember, no matter what time of the year you're traveling with us, bring your swimming suit, because you see the swimming pool on top of the sun deck, okay? But our staterooms. Our staterooms range anywhere from 210 square feet to 350 square feet. Okay? And you have a French balcony, so you can open the French doors, enjoy the fresh air, be sitting inside, or you can be on your veranda, having a cup of coffee, reading a paper, a book, whatever. And now, with the protocols, we are now doing room service. So you can actually have breakfast, lunch, or dinner on your veranda if you so desire, okay? The beds in every single stateroom can be together or apart, depending upon how you feel about who you're traveling with. And we do give you lots of USB ports. There's 2 USB ports next to that, on that nightstand, next to your bed, as well as behind that Apple TV. And that Apple TV is your TV, yes, it's your music, your first run Hollywood movies on demand, complimentary, as well as a keyboard and a mouse for your internet. Okay? But you heard me mention we spend more money on our bandwidth. All of our ships are Wi-Fi, and it's 24/7 complimentary. So you could be sitting anywhere and be totally connected. All of my twin balconies have a mini fridge stocked with water. It usually starts with 3 bottles each, but you could have 12 if you like. It's complimentary. Okay. And you see that drawer on the right? That's what I call my magic drawer. Inside that drawer, you will find a corkscrew, bottle opener, and 2 wine glasses. Why? You're in Europe. Yeah, after your tour, you're in a shop. You see a bottle of beer or wine that you can't buy in the States. Purchase it. Bring it on board. We don't confiscate it, right? And we give you the tools to open it. We want you to enjoy your holiday. I have 7 of my newest twin balcony ships that have connecting cabins, and there's 12 on each of those 7 ships, I'm sorry. And all you have to do is request that with your Higgins advisor, right? If you're traveling with friends and family that you'd like to be connected with. And I also, my 235 square foot cabins, can offer you triples. My suites at 350 can offer you a quad, okay? But all my suites on all of my ships have dual sinks, walk-in showers, and bathtubs. Okay? So now let's go on this magical journey. Enough about ships, right? Let's journey forward and talk about ships. Our ships are decorated. Let me tell you, it gets you in the mood. I don't care if you're starting at Thanksgiving time. The holiday season has started with us. And the AmaWaterways is just one of the ships that will be beautifully decorated. And as you can see, you walk on the ship, and I mean, I have to tell you, you just look and you go, how did they do this? I mean, they're just gorgeous. And we even have parties so that you can decorate as well, individually. And Santa Claus does come, believe me. So, but let's start our journey. We're going to start in Budapest this time, okay? And you can do a pre in Budapest or a post if you start in Nuremberg or Vilshofen, but let's start in Budapest. So you could do a 2-night Budapest, and I highly recommend it because we never spend enough time in Budapest. You know, we do the city tour, but Budapest is such a beautiful city. And with Christmas markets, my goodness, you don't have to go into a restaurant. You can walk the Christmas market and have the taste of foods, believe me. Okay? And I highly recommend that you do taste the foods. And we will do an illumination tour. And if the weather's conducive, you can do a bike tour, right? It depends upon the weather. But, you know, when we do the illumination tour, everybody's on the sun deck, whether it's no matter what the weather is. And if I'm wrapped in a blanket with my, my cup of coffee or my hot chocolate, and I'm listening to the music of the Blue Danube and I'm watching the lights. And I want to tell you, they do decorate beautifully. So fantastic. Then we're going to head to Vienna on the Danube, okay? Yes, Vienna, home of Mozart and Strauss. Well, Vienna is quite a unique city because number one, we don't actually dock in the heart of Vienna. So we take the bus from our ship, and you could actually bike if the weather's conducive from our ship into Vienna itself. It's not that far, okay? So we bike there, we dropped off with your tour guide, and our buses actually will circle. They circle around every 45 minutes to an hour. They will stop at the same place that you were dropped off during the day. Okay, so we allow you to stay in Vienna, whether it's Christmas market time or not. You can stay in Vienna, and I would highly recommend that you do that, especially during Christmas market time, because there are so many, all of those side roads have Christmas markets, little shopping areas have Christmas markets, but there are major Christmas markets there in Vienna. And after your walking city tour, you do have time to do this. And the Red House Christmas market. Again, the foods, the shops, the ornaments, and the gifts that you can purchase actually, and the Schönberg Palace Christmas market. And I would highly recommend with this one that you take a little bit of time out and go into their little cafe that they have, and you can actually, their strudel is beautiful, it's wonderful. It really is. I could taste it now. And then of course you've got the Mother Maria Theresa market. Now with Vienna, this is the one place that we do offer an optional tour. We offer it as the Mozart Strauss concert at the Vienna Opera House. And we offer it as an option because many people have already done it or they don't want to do it. But you would also have this choice to stay in Vienna all day into the evening hours if you so desire. Or you can come back and then go back. Come back to the ship for dinner if you want, and then go back to the Christmas markets if you'd like. But and if you decide to stay all day, your tour guide will tell you where to pick up the ship, to pick up your bus in the evening. It's a beautiful city to spend the whole day in. And of course, we have so many wonderful activities on board. Besides decorating the trees, we sing carols, and Santa Claus comes. It really does. And the one thing about the holiday season is the children. And children on AmaWaterways is normally 8 years old, but during the holiday season we do make exceptions because this is a time when families gather and they want to be together, and the children are there. And I have to tell you, I've been on many of our Christmas markets from Thanksgiving all the way through the New Year, and to watch their eyes, they sparkle, and to see them when Santa Claus comes, because it comes on every single journey. So, and you see the hats that they're wearing. I'm going to talk about those in a little bit because they're wearing Regensburg hats. But then we're going to head to Salzburg. And Salzburg is quite unique. It's got a beautiful, beautiful Christmas market. And in Salzburg, you'll have some choices here too, whether it be a Christmas market or a non-Christmas market journey. You can spend a full day in Salzburg, a half day in Salzburg. You can go to Kreski, or you can go to Linz. So again, choices. But if you're doing Salzburg for a full day, we do get tickets to go to the Hellbrunn Palace Christmas market. And this is it's a palace, yes, and it's occupied, actually occupied, and it's smaller, but it's so nice. And please, when you're at all these markets, we serve glue wine. And glue wine can be red, white, or non-alcoholic. But with the glue wine, you get a mug. And at every single market, at every single little stand that sells the glue wine, right, you have the option of paying for the mug and then returning the mug and getting €1 back. I highly recommend that you keep the mug, because when next Christmas or whenever, bring them out and you'll remember your memories. Right? We head to Passau. Weather permitting, We can do a bike tour, right? We can do a hiking excursion. And where we hike to, which is up to the castle, is you see the whole region. But I would recommend that you definitely see St. Stephen's. St. Stephen's has a magnificently beautiful organ. I believe it's the largest in Germany, and it plays every day at noon. So again, it's a must. And of course, there's Christmas markets. Can't miss it. As I talk about the culinary delights, we have the culinary delights on board, yes, and you will experience our Black Forest cake. And I have to put that there because it's my favorite. It really is. I'm not really into too much desserts except when I'm in Europe because, of course, they have the Black Forest cake, they have the stollen, and they have the strudel. But when you're on the markets, you see the foods. You must taste in order to get, and every single market has a different taste, a different version of what they're making. They're a delicacy. It's a must. So Regensburg, I mentioned the Regensburg hat. Well, this is where you get it. And it's specially designed for Regensburg. And what I love about Regensburg is where we dock. Because we dock, we get off the ship. And no matter where we are, you know, you're going to hear the Christmas music. You're going to smell the flavors of wherever we are, whether it be the glue wine or the foods. But where we are, oops, sorry about that. Oh, that was fun. See if I can get rid of that. Okay. We walk, and as we're walking into the major portion of Regensburg for the Christmas market or wherever, we are passing the sausage house. Yes, the Christmas market, you will get the Regensburg sausage, and you have to taste it. It's wonderful. But if you want a little quiet, you can go into the sausage house and get some sausage and sauerkraut, okay? But yes, definitely you have to do that. And you can also get a Regensburg hat. Yes, they're magical. And yes, at times they're crowded, but you know, that's the beauty of a Christmas market. And then Nuremberg. Nuremberg is actually the largest Christmas market and the oldest Christmas market, okay? And the Nuremberg Christmas market opens somewhere around the neighborhood of the 23rd, 22nd of November, and it closes the 23rd of December. So, and there is a website that actually can tell you when all the Christmas markets in Europe open and close. Yes, it is a beautiful Christmas market. But I'm going to give you some little insider tips. You want to carry the local currency. Yes, a lot of places will take a credit card, you know? But you know, when you're buying maybe a sausage, or you're buying a cookie, or you're buying some blue wine, you may want to have some local currency, and the local currency is the euro, okay? And you're going to want to buy things, you know? You want to buy a nutcracker. You're going to want to buy an ornament to remember your journey by, right? And please remember, we do have the connecting cabins. But see, Santa Claus does come. Now, if you're going to do a post on this particular journey, or you could do a pre, if you're starting in Nuremberg or you're starting in Vilshofen, you could do a pre-Prague, like as well as Budapest, but Prague is the Paris of the East. It is a beautiful city. 3 nights in Prague is never enough. But again, Christmas markets in Prague, if you're there, happen to be there for the opening night of Christmas market, you will see the angel fly across the sky. Very magical, really is. And you'll have a city tour, and you'll have time to spend in Prague. And one of the things that Prague does offer is concerts, and they're very inexpensive. You will see posters as you're walking Prague. This is a concert in this particular church, concert in that particular church, depending upon what the concert is, you know. But I highly recommend you try it. And they're early. They maybe some maybe at 4:30, 6:30, 6 o'clock, depends, okay? But they're, you know, €12 rather, I'm sorry, to do a concert. And it's magnificent. For an hour and a half to 2 hours, you're sitting in that church listening to the music. It's well worth it. So with our Danube Christmas markets, you can do pre and post, right? You can do a pre or post, as I mentioned, in Prague for 3 nights, in Budapest for 2 nights, and even in Munich. In Munich, the city, as large as it is, has a beautiful Christmas market, and it's decorated. The entire city is decorated to the nines, believe me. So we offer 4 different types of journeys on the Danube for Christmas markets that you can choose from. One out with our Magna on the Danube, the Iconic, which definitely goes into Regensburg. We have the Christmas markets as well as the magical Christmas markets. So you'll have to determine with your advisor at Higgins which one you want to do, but they're all spectacular. We also offer, in case you don't want to do the Danube, we have the Rhine, and we offer 3 beautiful Christmas markets on the Rhine as well. So you can choose the Christmas market on the Rhine, Rhine castles and Swiss Alps, and with that one, you could actually do Lake Como as a pre or post, and the Rhine and Moselle. And the Moselle is such a beautiful river. It's absolutely gorgeous. So another insider tips, blue eye mugs, I think I talked to you about them. Keep them. They're great souvenirs. And if you're not from the Midwest, then you need to learn how to pack, because it is not, 90 degrees. It's a little bit brisk. So you want to take some, either boots or thick soled shoes, but we in the Midwest know you have to bring scarves, hats, gloves, etc. Right? But one of the things I want you to do is wrap your suitcase in bubble wrap. What I do is before I pack, I line my suitcase with bubble wrap. Pack, then I put bubble wrap over my clothes. You know why? And you know what else I do? I throw in some duct tape, because you are going to buy an ornament. You're going to buy a nutcracker. You're going to buy your glue wine. You're going to keep your glue wine mugs, and you're going to want to wrap them, or you're going to buy that special bottle of wine you're going to bring home, right? You can wrap it in that and tape it up, and it'll keep in your suitcase. I do it all the time. And so let's talk a little bit about what's happening. And I know we want to think beyond this year, but there's protocols that we've had to abide by, okay? And face coverings, yes. My crew smiles with their eyes. They smiled all the time with their eyes, but now even more so. And you will have face coverings in our hallways, in our lounge, in our lobby area, and as you go down to the dining room, right? I've talked about our social distancing with our headsets. Temperature checks. You will have a temperature check when you board our ship, as you go down to breakfast every day. Our crew is temperature checked all the time, constant. Your luggage is sanitized. Prior to being put in your stateroom when you arrive, and then concerned about clean air. When Rudy has designed our ships, every single stateroom has their own stateroom. The hallways, the lounge, the lobby, the dining areas all have their own separate systems. So you're actually breathing clean air. Can I talk today? I don't know. Let's try it again. And what we've done, because the Ama Christina was actually sailing this summer to the European market, and what happened was a tour operator by the name of Ihue, who was friends with Rudy and Christine, contacted them and said, unfortunately, we know we can't sail, but the Germans, Swiss, and Austrians could. So they chartered the Ama Christina, and we sailed from July 5th just till about 10 days ago. And no problems. And what we've done inside the lounge area is we've put in the plexiglass dividers between the couches and the chairs. And as I said to my husband the other day, I said, if we knew then what we know now, we should have probably invested in plexiglass and Zoom, right? So, but yes, you could sit there not having to have a face covering and enjoy a book, drink, etc., and conversation. We offer a travel waiver plus policy. And I bring this up because I highly suggest that you consider this. I know your advisor with Higgins Travel will talk to you about it, and you will purchase, I recommend you purchase travel insurance through a travel insurance company, okay? If you purchase it through Higgins as their third-party insurance, or through AmaWaterways through Higgins as our travel card. If you purchase it with us through Higgins, it's $80 per person additional. If you purchase it through Higgins and their policy, it's $175 per person. Right? But This is a cancel for any reason up to 24 hours prior to departure. So, for an example, you're going to plan a trip for 22. You purchase this, and all of a sudden in May of next year, your grandson or your son tells you, I'm getting married. When you're going on your trip, how could you do this? You can cancel for any reason, right? I highly recommend this. But talk to your travel advisor at Higgins Travel, okay? We offer some specials I'll talk to you about. Number one is our solo traveler. We have always known that there are people out there who love to travel alone, right? And in the past, it's always been 25% of our double rate on our category D and E staterooms, which are what I call my swan level because they're fixed windows. But from now until December 31st, 2020, you can have 25% of the double on a twin balcony or on a French balcony. Okay? Take a look at that, okay? On any of our 2021 European journeys. And we are offering a triple holiday savings on any of our Christmas market cruises for 21 and 22. But you have to purchase a cabin, a category BB, all right, twin balcony, by December 31st, 2020 with your advisor at Higgins Travel. And what that is you get $1,000 per person discount on the cruise only. We will give you an upgrade and you will have $50 per person onboard credit to spend. Okay? So think about it. If you are considering the Christmas markets, now is the time to really consider it. And there's, as I mentioned, we have a number of them. And because you're listening to me, right? And I'm going to be offering you book a new and deposit on any AmaWaterways cruise for 21 or 22 by December 15th, right? I mean, I know there's Thanksgiving in there. So December 15th with your Higgins travel advisor, right? I will put an additional $100 per person discount on your invoice, okay? Consider it. I know you've been on ocean cruises and and I know they take you to beautiful countries, very exciting countries too. But my rivers, they'll take you through them. And I want to tell you, get up close and personal with the city, town, and village that we visit. It's fabulous. And I want to thank you very, very much. And I want to wish you a very happy, happy holiday season. Be safe and be well and healthy. And think about beyond 2020. You want to think about it. You want to, people couldn't travel in 20, right? So what they did is they postponed or they rebooked for 21. So again, think about talking to your advisor about doing a river cruise in 21 or in 22. We look forward to welcoming you. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mary Margaret. That just got me super excited. I think earlier when we were talking. Oh, by the way, this is Abby from Higgins Travel. Sorry, I hopped on a little bit late here, guys, and I didn't introduce myself in the beginning. But I have been listening here with you guys. But Mary Margaret and I were talking earlier how I don't know how many years ago it was now when I was studying abroad, I ended up to just stumble upon these Christmas markets. I had no idea what they were. In every country we visited, there was just this giant market. And I would love to go back and just dedicate an entire trip to going to these markets. They are, I don't even know how to describe them, just so breathtaking, so beautiful. And that tip that you made about the duct tape and the bubble wrap, another tip is they
Yeah.
do sell a bunch of very beautiful scarves.
Oh,
So
yes.
what I did is I just bought a bunch of scarves and then I wrapped everything in the scarves. So now I have a bunch of scarves from there too. So
Yes.
those are all awesome tips. So if you guys do have any other questions, please give our office a call, 715-834-2686. If we don't have the answers, we definitely have some awesome people on our side that we can ask. So that includes Mary Margaret. So we will definitely get you taken care of. So with that, I just want to thank you guys all for joining us today, and we'll hopefully talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Have a
All
nice
right.
day, everyone.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.